Hey everyone, so today I've got your Rum Diary movie review, and this movie is about Johnny Depp, who plays a journalist from New York, and he travels to Puerto Rico, and this is set in the 1960s, to write for a local paper, and he begins to have this obsession with drinking alcohol, like, all the time. So, when I saw this movie, I wasn't expecting too much from Johnny Depp's character because I know that Johnny Depp, he portrays some of the most wackiest, crazy characters, and he also can play some pretty serious ones, and this one was definitely one that I paid close attention to. And I thought that Johnny Depp, he was very good in this movie. I thought that his character was very funny and serious at the same time. I was at one point expecting him to make a rum joke like he did in the Pirates of the Caribbean. And since this movie was also set in the Caribbean, so I found that really ironic. And I think he did a pretty good job of portraying his character, and this was also one of those characters where, wow, like he's just so serious with what he does, so I really like that about him. And also another actor I would like to point out that was in this movie was Aaron Eckhart, and basically he was the only reason why I wanted to see this movie, and I know a lot of people are huge Johnny Depp fans, so that'd be more of a reason to go see this movie, but I was more interested in seeing some of the minor characters and the actors, some of the supporting actors rather, and I also thought he was very good in this movie, and I have to say this, but he was just a complete ass in this movie, and I think he's one of those underrated, underappreciated actors, but I thought he was very believable in his douchebagginess, if that's even a word. You can quote me on that. And I just think, wow, like, he's really crazy. Like, he's just, oh my god. Like, there's this one part in the movie that I just have to point out, and I laughed really hard when he was getting jealous when Amber was drunk dancing on the dance floor with this guy, and they were basically almost stripping on the dance floor, and I just saw, like, the look on his face, and that is the look of someone that just gets so pissed off, like, why is my woman dancing with this guy? And he gets, like, jealous at a whole bunch of other things. He just wants to be the rich guy in control, and he just, wow. He just really pissed me off in this movie, but I think he did a very impressive job at showing all of his rage and emotions. And speaking of Amber, and I mean Amber Heard, she is basically like the Sharon Stone of the Basic Instinct era, and she played the fiance to Eckhart's character, as well as the love interest to Johnny Depp. Need I say more? I mean, she was basically there, like, as the hot chick in the movie, so, I don't know, I haven't really seen anything else, like, about this actress, and I haven't really seen any other movies that she's been in, so I don't know if, like, she's any good, or she's just there because, like, or she was picked because of her looks, and I would assume that's why, but what can I say? I mean, she was alright, whatever. And also, another actor I would like to point out that I'm sort of a huge fan of is Giovanni Ribisi, and of course, he's funny as always, and this is another movie that he's done with Johnny Depp, the other one being Public Enemies, and he basically plays this drunk guy who gets, like, he's drinking alcohol daily, so he hangs out with JD and his crew, and he's trying to get some of the plans in motion with the whole running the paper, because they're both on the newspaper together, and he's always showing up late, and he's always got this, like, sort of, like, hobo look to him. He's got the long jacket, and I just thought, like, wow, like, he's really drunk. I swear, I thought he was actually drunk at one point. I mean, whatever, but I thought he was really good. And a couple of other things I'd like to point out that are sort of, like, on the technical side, and this is something that I've never really done, but I'd like to point out some of the different, like, types of, like, how they shot some of the scenes I thought were really, really cool. For example, there's, like, the, I call them distraction shots, where, there's the guy that's working at the newspaper, and he's got this toupee, and of course he never likes to take it off, and you never want to make fun of this guy because he's got like a funny toupee on. And there's this one part where it's like he had it ripped off of him, and then there's like snapping a photo of him, and then he gets really pissed off, and before he's about to go back into his office, and then he like puts it on, but he puts it on like very like disheveled, and you see like the one shot, like, oh, like there's the bald spot. And I just thought that was like a really cool shot that they did, as well as they want Johnny Depp to sort of talk about a story that's about bowling alleys. And so he goes to a bowling alley, and of course instead of the bowling pins, there's the shot with all the beer bottles and all the alcohol, and then they just like all smash. And I thought that was really cool effect how they did that. And also the butts in the bowling alley, they just show like these like big fat ginormous people with like their butt cracks hanging out. Oh my god, I thought it was like just so funny. It was like so like out of place and so distracting, but I just found it really hilarious. And then also there's this one part in the movie that almost took my breath away, and it was a scene where Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are driving on the road. Of course they're driving really fast because she made a bet with him, and of course they're going like over 100 miles per hour, and then the car just like immediately stops, and it's at like this like dock area place by the ocean, and it just like after that like there's so much noise and then silence, and I just like you can hear everybody breathing like in the audience when they're watching the movie. So I just thought that was like really cool, and yeah. And also I'd like to point out a couple of, I call them minor characters in the movie, and there is a bedazzled turtle, or tortoise. I don't think it's a turtle, I think it's a tortoise, and they're also fighting rooster things, and they were really cool. And I just thought, like, oh, the turtle is so cute. It has, like, little, like, colorful, like, gems, like, bedazzled on the shell. I just thought that was so cute. And it's, like, Johnny Depp's just, like, casually, like, walking over it. Just, like, what is that? And just, like, I don't know. Everything, like, about his character just, like, it's, like, every time he steps into a scene and his character just, like, immediately reacts, like, to everything around him. Like, oh, what is that going on? And just, like, it's all like really cool, and I love to watch stuff like that nowadays. And so overall, I liked this movie. I would probably only see this movie just once, but if you're a huge Johnny Depp fan, you should definitely see this movie. And I felt that this movie ran a bit longer than I thought it would. And I think it was just because I was getting like really like bored. Like close to the end of the movie, I was like waiting for it like to end. And the storyline is very slow moving, and it's just like some things I would have preferred to be left out, and I just thought that some scenes didn't really have a, like, what was the point of like certain scenes, like what they have to do with the plot. But in the end you'll find out exactly what happens in like how everything sort of like got pieced together. So just let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the Rum Diary, and which performance you felt was your favorite, and if you thought that this was a perfect movie for Johnny Depp to star in, and if you felt that they should have picked a better actress to play the love interest slash fiance to Eckhart's character, besides Amber Heard, who I like know nothing about. And if you want to check out my other movie reviews, hit the subscribe button, and then come back every Thursday for my Trailer Thursday videos, as well as check out my movie updates. And also, you guys can follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook, and I will see you guys later. Bye.